Good evening and welcome to another episode of Que-stead-Que. What you gonna do? I don't know, but something's gonna grow. Hey everybody and welcome to another episode of Que-stead-Que. Well, today is a good day and I have hit the milestone of the summer. Not a milestone, but the milestone of the summer. I don't know if I told y'all that the CPAP lady had called me back, and whoops, I forgot to call her back today. I was supposed to call her to let her know how everything went. I can do that tomorrow, or she'll call me. But they changed my numbers. I was at a 4 to 8, which meant that the air pressure would run from a pressure of 4 to 8. It would go no higher than an 8 and no lower than a 4. And so I was still having too many events, 27 an hour to be exact. And so the respiratory therapist said instead of the chin strap, she wanted to try a new pressure. So what she did was she set my pressure from 8 to 14. And she hit the sweet spot. My machine, it showed when I looked at my analytics, because it gives you a report every day. So when I looked at my analytics today, it showed that it started at 8 when I was still woke, and then once I fell asleep, it ran at 12 all night, and it worked. They want you to be under 5 events. You can have 1 to 5. I mean, that's normal for anybody, even if you don't have sleep apnea. You just might gasp or cough or something, so they count 5. So my event number was 4 for the whole night. So it worked. And it ran me at 12.5. So what she's probably going to do is take that 14 away and just run it from 8 to 12. But she can leave it at 14 because it never even got that high. And then if I ever need it that high, at least it would bump up if I ever need it at that point. But I think I'll be doing okay. Alrighty. So that's now that report is out of the way, let's look at the temperature real quick. And then I will show you how y'all are going to know that I'm feeling better. Okay, we are currently at 70 degrees in the greenhouse. We were at 85 when I came in here 2.5 hours ago. That's when I came in initially. And then I started my work, and then I'm just now coming back in, and the temperature has since dropped to 70 rather. I turned on the fan. It wasn't that hot in here. Remember yesterday it hit 92 and it was just fine. But it was a little humid, so I said, let me try to get some of this humidity out of here and just open it up, because I could have left it closed. Look at my greens, y'all. It's like my greens are just busting out of the tool. I just hope nothing comes in and eat on the leaves, because they are beautiful. This is the prettiest. I feel like harvesting them, but I want to try to let some frost or something hit them. But anyway, green bean plant still doing good. We won't even rehash the plants. Strawberries reaching for the sun. As you can see, the sun is there because it's about to set. Is from where it's at, it's probably about 6 o'clock or 6:15 or 5:45, somewhere around there. Okay, so let's move on. Tomatoes are getting bigger. I hit the eggplant. Well, y'all saw the other day when I hit it with the phosphorus. They seem to be perking up, and I hit those green beans too with some nitrogen. I wanted those leaves to get bigger, and it's working. Working. Okay, so let's move on out, and then we'll come back in. This is how you all know that I feel better. I weed whacked today. Now, I didn't do the big job, because this is the end of summer, but it was just a mess. I did not get along the fence. I said, forget that. I'm not going down there bothering that. I just because I didn't want to overdo it. I know I'm feeling better, but I do not want to overdo it. So I just came around here. I went around the keyhole garden. I went along the side of the greenhouse, the front. I went along the front here of the shed. Caught myself getting over there, but it looks like I missed a few spots. Came along here, along that side, and over there, and then I came around the smoker area. And I'm gonna be getting that smoker covered up. I didn't even use it this year. at all. So I'm gonna get the cover back on it and put it to sleep for the winter. I also came along here. I moved my horseradish to the deck for the deck garden. I looked in the shed and I counted about 20 pots in there. So this weekend I will be bringing them out and setting them on the deck, because I think when I buy the potting soil for the peppers that I plan to overwinter, I'ma just go on, hopefully if they have it 3 for $10, I'ma just go on and buy probably 6 bags, and that'll give me enough to get the soil started in the pots, let it overwinter. I'll amend the soil, and then next year I can plant in it and the soil will be already ready. Excuse me. Excuse me. I've been full of dust. I finally got some female squash, y'all. There's one in there. Let me put my finger on it because it's so small you'll probably never see it. Here he is right here. And then here's the other one. That's 2. And then I discovered this one right here. And we have bees everywhere. He's right there. I hope I'm aiming at my finger because I'm looking through the back of the camera. So it looks as if I might get some squash. That is, if the bees pollinate. It will depend on the bumblebee. Okay, everything over here is doing good. Peppers are just growing. I'm gonna just let them go. I'm gonna harvest one more time, and then that's gonna be the end of that as far as the peppers are concerned. Look at there. The dead plants are blooming and producing more green beans. So this plant is letting me know, don't pull me up yet, Q. Don't pull me up yet. I still got some work to do. So look at all them blooms. So I'm gonna let this thing continue to work since it decided it wants to do it. And we'll go from there. Okay, so, but anyway, the yard, it's not, the best, but it looks a lot better than what it looked for the all summer, actually, because it was cut, the lawnmower was on 3. And so that means when Gerard cut it a few weeks ago, it was on 3. And then when my nephew cut it the other day, it was on 3. You should have seen all the grass, clippings that I got. I dumped them in the bed over there, and I'll show you that in a minute. But doesn't it look better compared to what it was looking like? I mean, it's not the best. But now I can spend the rest of the fall piddle-paddling enough around here to where I can have it looking halfway decent, so that next spring I won't have as much to do. And hopefully I'll be feeling tip-top at that time. This is where I dumped the grass, y'all. So this stuff is about to get a lot of nitrogen and phosphorus because there was a lot of leaves in that as well. Look at all the leaves there in my driveway. I blew a lot of them. I blew the deck, I blew back here, and the leaves are still falling like rain. And where they're coming from, I have no idea because I don't see any leaves changed, but they've got to be coming from that tree right there. So we've got a ways to go. Okay, let's come back in here. I'm gonna sit down for a minute because I haven't rested yet. But before I do, I made up some more seed starting mix. Got this. This was already full, but I added seed starting mix to it. I added 4 more. I was gonna do another tray. I was like, wait a minute. My green beans, I counted them out, 10. They go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This is empty, that's empty. And then this is my cabbage in this one and this one. So what I'm going to do in 2 of the trays, I'm getting ready to start some more collard greens, y'all, because I can overwinter them. I'll see how big they get, but I'm gonna leave them in for the winter. They should not die. They are very cold tolerant. So I'm gonna start some collard greens because they will get established before winter strikes. And I saw this. I have some arugula. I've always wanted to taste arugula. I had no idea I had arugula seeds. So I must have grabbed these this year and forgot about them. So it's 21 days, 39 days to full size, 21 days to baby. So the arugula is going to go in there because I'm going to plant half of this pack. I want to taste it because they say arugula tastes peppery and is real good. So we're going to see. And then Renee, I'm following your lead. I'm going to go on in 2 of these. I'm gonna put a couple of these Texas early grano onion seeds in there to get them started, and they should come up, and then I will hopefully be able to transplant them when I plant my other onions, because I am going to direct seed, put some seeds directly into that table. Hold on, let me stand this up. I am gonna, and you know what, I'm not gonna do the seeding on camera. I'll just finish talking real quick, and then I'm gonna get off of here because we're already at 10 minutes. I've been doing good, y'all, with trying to keep it under 20 minutes. I'm trying. But anyway, I'm trying to get this stand to stand up without falling over. Hold on. I should have put it on the table where I normally keep it. Okay, there we go. Now let me lower it just a wee bit. Okay, so I'm sweaty, so y'all excuse me. I am sweaty, dirty, and everything. I'm gonna go in there and get in that shower. But anyway, I'm going to do the onions. I want the arugula to come up because I really want to try that. And then, especially with the lettuce and tomatoes going now, that's going to be one salad. And then whatever else, I'm going to look up arugula to see what else I can put in it. And then the greens, I'm just going to let those go. I'm going to put them in that one thing, let them get going good, and then I will stick them in. In fact, I brought out this pot to stick the greens in to start off. And then before winter, when I harvest the other greens, then I will put the greens that I start right in the same crate that those greens are in, and just let them sit over the winter, and we'll see what happens. Like I said, everything right now is experimental. It's fun doing that too, knowing that I'm going to be gardening through the winter too, because I really never grew tired of it. I never got fatigued with the gardening this year, basically because I could hardly do anything. I was so busy not feeling well, I was just kind of watering and trying to keep up. But now I feel like I'm just starting. Now that I feel good, you know, I feel like I'm just getting started, which I am. I'm starting over. Why not? I may as well make use of this big raggedy greenhouse. So let's see what it does this winter. So you all will be able to follow along with that, because I will trek through the snow and come out here and check things. I'm gonna have to, especially if we get any snow. Okay, so now I'm getting ready to get everything planted, but I have one announcement and then I will end this. Tonight is the night, you guys. If you are in Central Standard Time, it starts at 9:41. If you are in Eastern Standard Time, it starts at 10:41. Across the whole U.S. tonight, first of all, it's harvest moon time. Tonight is a full moon, it's harvest moon, and when it rises, it's gonna be beautiful. Harvest moon is beautiful to begin with, okay? I've seen it before, but tonight is special. Not only is there gonna be a harvest moon, but it's going to be a lunar total, well, no. I don't know if it's total or partial, but it's going to be a lunar eclipse beginning at 10:41 p.m. for me. So y'all know I'm gonna be out here filming once again. So get outside or look out your window and look at that, because it's an event that hasn't, not that type of eclipse hasn't happened in years and years and years. I think they're saying, I think like 50 or 60 years. It is because the moon is closest to the earth. That's why the solar eclipse was so special this year, because for the same reason. This eclipse is not going to be your typical eclipse. You know how the moon eclipse look. This eclipse is starting from the top of the moon. So that's going to be creepy within itself, because we're used to seeing the moon be full and then it goes to a slither like a banana, you know, or the half moon. This is going to be a half moon, but the half moon is coming from the top. So it's going to look like a smile once it finishes eclipsing. The whole event, it goes from beginning to totality for a moon within 30 minutes. So from 10:41 until 11:10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, the eclipse will be taking place. So I'm going to be outside. Then after it eclipses, then it will begin to grow again and then go back into being a full moon. The moon is expected to turn bright red during the time of the eclipse. Y'all know I read Revelations, okay? So that part kind of scares me, okay? But for the greater good, I'm gonna be out here filming it, okay? Scared or not scared, I'm doing it. So anyway, stay tuned. Be out there tonight for the eclipse if you're interested in celestial events. This is the final one of the summer. And they said there's a possibility that that comet that has been in the sky that has eluded us may appear tonight. So be on the lookout for that too. They said during the eclipse, because they thought it might appear during the solar eclipse, but it didn't. It was far away. It was like over in Argentina somewhere. That's where they scoped it to be. So hopefully it has made its way to Michigan at least, and I can see that comet. But even if the comet doesn't happen, this is going to be a spectacular event. So be watching it, okay? I would like for everybody to see that. So I will talk to you guys later, and may God bless you all. I'm getting ready to get these seeds planted, and then I'm going in. Oh, and I am halfway through with the blanket. It looks good. I'm so glad that I did it. I'm doing it half and half. So what I did was I started it with 2 rows of the dark. Then I went into the variegated. I'm almost through with all that. Then what I'm going to do is do my rows of the dark, and I'm going to make it just quirky. It's going to be uneven because I have more of that. I'm going to just run all that yarn. I don't care. And it'll just be unbalanced, but I'm calling it quirky, like Quirky Q. And then at the end, okay, on the one end, I ran 2 rows of the solid, and then I went into the variegated. Then I'll go into the solid for all of that, and then at the end, I will run 2 rows of the variegated. So that's what's going to give it that quirky appearance. So I'm calling it, I named it A Study in Quirk, okay? That's the name of the Afghan. Then I saved enough of the variegated and the solid to do my border. So it's not going to be a wide border. It'll be a 1 to 2 row border going around the blanket once I'm done. I am so excited, and I will be done with that thing by the weekend, and I cannot wait to show it to you. Okay, we're still under 20 minutes, so let me shut up right now. Goodbye, and I will talk to you later on. I will do a film of the eclipse, but, you know, I'll post it, but just know I'm doing a film of it, but that'll be later. Talk to you later. Goodbye.